Not enough money. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and we have audio. For some reason, I did not connect my audio, which is okay. My voice isn't that great anyways. But this morning, we are enjoying our ladder sorceress. Now, I know it does say Mephisto, we'll get to there, but since we're told, pretty much you always do ancient tunnels. This is going to be the life for a while, up until I can do something that's a little bit more fun than sorceress. Not to say that the sorceress isn't fun, arguably it's the best character in the game, just because of the sheer amount of early game and end game content that you experience on this wonderful character. And this is pretty much how it's gonna be for a little bit. What is this? Composite bow, 4 sockets. That is a perfect base for that one rune word. Shoot, what's it called? I forgot, but it's a cool one to like lower. I also crafted this. Socketed that. So with that one, it didn't come with 4 sockets, but it came with 3 skills, and it's always useful to have. That's the most end game item that you can possibly have for an Amazon, for a Boazon, and that's kind of cool. So I got that really early on. So I have not been playing. The ladder reset, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago. Pretty much, I'm still on day 1. I mean, this is super early endgame, which is a cool thing about this game. This game is very fascinating because it has early endgame, it has middle endgame, and it has late endgame, which is extremely silly when you think about it. I mean, silly but awesome. Silly but awesome, I would say, because that gives you so much content for such an easy package. I mean, this game must have taken 16 years to develop, and it's still got stuff to show. I mean, you could just work on this game for a lifetime. Probably still never find every single possibility. I need mana. Because the best part about this game, I mean, the uniques are really fun to see a drop, because everyone knows what a unique is. It's findable, it's easy to see. But what's exciting to me is rare stuff. So, stuff that you just, it has to spawn exactly perfect. I mean, there's certain variables that can just spawn perfect. Like, for an amulet, I think it's like 60 life on a caster amulet is perfect. And 80 mana is perfect or something like that. To have one of those mods is pretty cool, but if you had both on the same amulet and it had like 2 to sorceress skills and 20 faster cast rate with 20 all resistances, that's perfect. And I think, to my knowledge, that has never been done before. Not with any sort of legitimacy, like where someone just did it as a random number. Like you can do it with what's called, what is this called? Shoot, it's this one program. I think it's called that one program where you can like create your own gear with like all perfect stats. That's a problem that you can get it done with. But in terms of like actual letting the numbers do the talking. Because this wasn't like designed to be a successful game. This was designed to be a game that encourages a deep exploration of its systems which are not like explained to you with any sort of relevance at all in any part of the game. Aside from like these like super cool NPCs.
Welcome back, my friend. Greetings, stranger.
Look at that voice. Like if I had that voice, I would just speak like that all. Greetings, stranger. That's beautiful. So down with it. And what I'm so happy about with this game is that I'm allowed to just explore willy-nilly, and there's risk. There's literal risk where you can have the effect of dying. Even with the most end-game gear, you can still die. This gear is really not end-game whatsoever. Broadsword Spirit, Broadsword Spirit Monarch, those are the most endgame items that I have. Aside from this, that is the most endgame item I have. And despite that, despite the fact that you can be literally a perfect geared character with those kind of items, you can still die. Easy. Those stupid dolls. That's what's so cool about this game. There's so many deficiencies in your character and yet so many strengths. And to have the ability to find something very difficult. Come on. I'm trying to get it so that my he'll be distracted right there. That's perfect. The problem with having a mercenary without like super endgame gear is that he's gonna get murked. I mean, he's gonna get mollywopped by almost everything. The only reason that he survives so well is because he has this Crown of Thieves health. That's the only reason. If it wasn't for that, he would have been mollywopped. I really gotta change him out too. What is the mighty aura? The might aura. What is that one? It's like, it's gotta be Nightmare. All the best mercenaries from Nightmare. How weird is that? That's another weird thing. There's so many like weird intricacies. It's not explained anywhere that your mercenary is gonna have an aura. And if it isn't, I didn't see it. It's one of those things where he does. Oh, okay. Watch my health. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die. Alright, let's bounce. Nothing. What a shock.
What do you need?
I need you to shut up. But my mark was not bounced from this world by fiery death, which is always a good thing. So I rebranded this channel, the Amateur Superfan. Now why is that? Because I'm such a fan of so many different things. So many, I mean, what do I love? I love MMA. I love this game. I don't really love it. It's just more something that I do. The value proposition of this game is ridiculous. Here's a thought I had recently, and I wanted to put it out there. So, as an American, I don't really ever think about food in terms of like sustenance, of like fuel to do something great. You know, I don't ever look at it as an investment. Like I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about I have to do this, but I'm not really ever going into why I have to do this. Because I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were stressing that the why is significantly more important than the do. You know, it's all about understanding the why. That is like more valuable to understand. Because my whole life I've been really interested in doing, not so much understanding, which is definitely not the healthiest approach to just living. Because it's so much more important to understand that, you know, why am I doing this action? Why am I committing to doing whatever? That to me is fascinating. So I wanted to rebrand this channel to say I'm an amateur fan of a lot of different things, but I'm also a super fan at the same time. Like I'm not one or the other, I'm both. And how do you describe that to someone? The name Amateur Superfan, number one, I liked it a lot because it feels like it describes me a lot more accurate than my previous name. But I love my previous name too because there's so many different. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, that's why you don't play hardcore.
Your presence honors me.
My presence honors him. Alright. Now, how do we get there without dying? That's the question. Alright, I made it. How do I get to the body without getting clapped? Very carefully. Go! You!
I can't carry anymore.
Here! Alright. Now, a lot of people just put it back in the belt. Just go like that. Boom, boom, boom. works out perfectly. Thank you. Now we just gotta be a little bit more careful with my selection. Not that it matters. It doesn't matter if you die in this game. At least when you're playing softcore. If you're some type of psychopath who plays hardcore, that's a whole different story, yeah? And I kill everything because if I don't, I obviously die. Stupid frost nova stuff. So annoying. Whoa, 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 whoa. And another reason I love about this game is that even though I have 110 faster hit recovery, I can still get that stun lock animation. Like you have to research if you're like it's a board game for Dungeons and Dragons about how to understand faster hit recovery and the animation behind it and the necessity of faster cast rate, especially in terms of like sorceress. Very fascinating. This game treated you like you needed to be very intelligent to understand it. But the thing is, you don't actually need to be that intelligent to understand it. It's not that hard. Kill the stupid monsters. It's actually a pretty simple concept. But to do things in endgame fashion where you're just almost indestructible, but obviously you can still die. There's tons of videos of people dying, even with the best stuff in the game. There's so many deficiencies in your inherent, like, living mortal nature that you're suspect to all this stuff. That's hilarious. But I'm a huge fan of this game, but I'm also like not. I'm just an amateur super fan. And that's why I decided to change my name. It's like, I'm actually just a fan of a lot of different things. Like, I'm more of a generalist than a specific person, which is not a wonderful way to live. The best way to live, really, would be to understand one thing better than everyone else. Because that makes you an authority on that one thing. And being an authority has power. Being an authority figure on a specific item has power. There's a thing where people turn to you for your advice. Like I watch a lot of this guy named Scotty Kilmore. He's a fascinating mechanic, and he said that no matter what, if you're giving advice on something, you have to be involved in that something. You know, and if you're not, if you're a former somethinger, you know, like he's a mechanic. So if he was a former mechanic, then all of this advice would be bullshit. Unless he's actively using that advice, you know? Which makes total and complete sense. You never think about that, because I was doing something for so long, and even though I was doing something for so long, like, it doesn't matter. It's like, if you're not practicing that skill, then it kind of doesn't matter. Because it's the practice that gives you all of your knowledge. It's the practical knowledge that you gain from just doing something repetitively over and over, becoming an authority in that one thing. That's something that I never really truly grasped with almost everything, because it's like you have to be able to understand something so deeply and intimately on a level that like can answer all of these questions. And I'm not really like that kind of guy. I can answer something on the way that I understand it, but I can't answer something on the way it fundamentally works, you know? Where it's like, some people out there have this amazing ability to just be totally inside the actual mechanical working knowledge of what something how something works. Like, I remember I had this one math teacher. He was like, well, in order to be a good snowboarder, you have to understand the angles upon which you're entering and exiting a certain apex. It was something along those lines. Not exact words, but something along those lines. And I was trying to explain to him that, although technically you're right, it's not thought of in terms of that. It's thought of more, oh god. It's thought of more in terms of just, you know, how do I get it done? You know, I don't actually do the calculation in my head, you know, approaching at this angle, approaching at a 20-degree angle at 13 knots. You You know, that doesn't work like that for me. It feels right, and therefore I can execute it in the correct manner. But if I don't feel it, or if someone asks me to explain that breakdown, it's like, how do you even go about doing that? I'm just an amateur fan of this. It's like I can't go into the detailed mechanics about how something works on the inside. You know, that doesn't make any sense.
My brothers have escaped you.
There it goes. Now we just kind of sit here and hope that Meph drops something. Which he's not gonna. It's just to be real. Like, out of 100 times that you do this, you might have a chance to drop one thing that's at all worthy of speaking about. Mostly you're just gonna get shit like this. A freaking longsword. Useless. Demon high gloves. There's only one way it's gonna be useful, and that's not the way. And everything else, absolutely, completely useless. Garbage in every sense of the word. And what's funny is that you probably find better stuff not doing this, but doing other more general stuff. I'm more of a generalist, you know. Let's see what we got here. It's probably garbage. There's only one way it's going to be useful, and that's kind of cool. So it's not good at all, but it has 3 skills: blocking, a ton of enhanced defense, godly amount of enhanced defense, and that's kind of cool. Now, if it was more ideal, it would be 3 to poison bone skills, 3 to bone spear, 3 to bone spirit, and 1 to corpse explosion. That would be the greatest thing of all time, but it's not. So whatever. I'm just gonna move on, and we need keys. What's weird about this game is that this is like one of the few characters that has everything in the game that you can buy from one NPC. But nobody ever talks about it, poor Jamel, you know, or Halbu. And the thing about them is they have no introduction about who Halbu is or who Jamela is. You know, it's strange because they go into such detail with almost every other character. Like this character. Shoot, she had a name. Not my character name, but like she had a name in terms of her background, her lore, sorceress. I think her name was Isandra or something like that. It's called Isandra, and Isandra was from the order of mages that prioritized elemental damage, and the necromancer was from the order of mages that was super underground, and their only concern was not the light. It was not doing the positive. No, his only concern was keeping balance, because without proper balance, he wasn't going to be able to perform his necromancy. If the tides of energy pulled one way or the other in terms of positive or negative, it didn't really matter, because to him, it just, as long as everything is in order, then it mattered. And with this character, the actual sorceress, Isandra, she was sent by her order to go fight the incurring, I'm sorry. She was sent by her order to go fight against what they felt was like an encroaching presence of evil. Well, I gotta go to this. Here. Well. Huh! He said brains. Never heard him say that before. So her mages decided that these are the most important thing that they were gonna focus their magic on. And what's interesting is like they speak about these orders as if they're like hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of years old. And it's just really interesting because we as an American, I as an American I should say, I don't think in terms of generational kind of stuff. I just think in terms of, you know, what's now, what's here, what's real. Whoa! Stupid fireballs. There's so many different intricacies to this game. Whoa! I got lucky.
I need mana.
I got scared for a second because so many things started coming out after me. I always crack these pots. It's just good to crack those pots. Sometimes you can get some good stuff. I mean, these are technically, I think, level 85 pots because they're in the 85 area. Sweet. Always gotta look for that sound. That's the sound that lets you know. And this is only one way it's gonna be good, and it's not that way. Whoop, whoop. And there they go. Awesome. And I love the sound that it makes when it cracks like that. That's a wonderful sound.
Not enough mana.
So, the thing about the way I function is that I just get super into like one thing, and then eventually that one thing will burn out. But while I'm in it, though, I freaking love it. Lately, I've been listening to this person named Sweet Anita. She has Tourette's, but it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Man, if I was around her, I'd tell her, no, we're friends now. I need more of that. That is hilarious. That shit. So what she likes to do is she likes to watch videos on the internet and post it on YouTube about really funny things. That the way she reacts to it is hilarious because she has the Tourette's just comes through, and it gives a really funny reaction to these things. Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, every time you hear that sound, stupid fireball comes out of nowhere. And with resistance like that, you're gonna die almost instantly. I mean, with as little life as I have, it's like you're for sure gonna go down. Unique challenge. Only one way it's gonna be good, and it's almost good. Ugh! If it had 3, you'd be in the money, but it doesn't. So, no way. So close though. So close. That's the thing about this game. That's the addicting part. When it's so close. It's like, oh, this thing is almost godly. It's almost awesome. Like, that's such a common. It's more common to say something is almost good than something is actually good. That's the here we go. Watch out. And if you're not careful, and you decide to just go ahead and just go away from keyboard for just 15 seconds at the most, this stupid freaking zombie is gonna come out of nowhere, and he's gonna hurt you. And with this kind of health, where even though I have probably, I'm gonna guess, I haven't checked yet, I'm gonna guess 1700 defense, 851, way less than I thought. Wow, it's bad. I mean, it's only 5 defense and 8 defense, so I guess I get it, but I don't know, I thought I had more. I gotta find out what the recipe is to upgrade this, because this needs to go higher. It just needs more defense. Not that it would affect that much, but, you know, why not? If you have the ability, why not? Most people wouldn't kill these, but I mean, I'm not playing this game to be a freaking perfectionist. I'm just doing it see if I can get something to pop. That doesn't have to be anything either. That's the cool thing about this game. That sometimes, whoa! Oh, thank you for being slow enough that I can see you. Whoa! Get out of here. I just want to see something pop. I want to see something pop out of the ground here. And I gotta fill the space with Resoge. You know, that's what I'm waiting for. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We shall see. Because more than likely, nothing's gonna pop. That's my guess. And I'm only gonna do this for. Watch it. Hey. That's the reason I have Ice Blast right there, because it freezes for 16 seconds, which is pretty ridiculous. Definitely appreciated, but ridiculous. And it seems to be fairly powerful as well. There we go. Look at these quick zombies. Uh-oh. Open the chesticles. Nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Wow. Nothing. Whoa! Watch it. Here's my favorite part about the game. Rares. You can always find a unique, but a rare is cool. Lame. There's so many different ways for rares to roll. Like, uniques, you know, they only have certain little things that can change, but a rare, everything can change. And it can go from almost amazing to just like legendary. If you have one item that's like different than everyone else, it's legendary to me. That's the cool thing about this game. There's no like ultra epic, legendary, forever, you know, above the heavens kind of stuff. I think this game was kind of like before the influence of like manga upon like our sort of like our mindset about stuff. Because now in manga, you know, or any sort of like anime related stuff, it's like
not here.
There's always something bigger. There's always something better. So that even though you can have the most endgame item of all time, you still can have like the boss or the challenge that'll beat that even just a little bit, you know, and be like the next best thing. Like
good day.
When Goku turned from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2, it's like, wait a minute, there's a Super Saiyan 2? And it's like, ah, this is the most ultimate form of all time. And then he turned into Super Saiyan 3, which is like he was like, I have trouble staying in and out because it's so powerful. And then he goes Super Saiyan freaking Black or Super Saiyan God or something like that. And it just keeps going. It's like, and no matter what you do, there's always going to be like that one thing that's even better than whatever the hell you're doing right now. And that's like an anime influence, manga influence kind of thing. Where it's just like,
I need mana.
No matter what you do, hey there. You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. And like that's not. There's nothing wrong with that kind of influence. I love it. I love it in certain applications. My problem with it is
not enough mana.
What do you mean not enough? There it goes. This is a cool little spot right here. My problem with it is that it kind of just it takes away from how awesome some things can be. Because then it's like, well, it turns out Super Saiyan is just like the base of what you want to have. It's not actually. What the hell? Did he die already? He's still alive. There it goes. And of course, garbage. Once again. Am I even shocked? No. Those things are all cold in here.
I need mana.
That means my entire amount of attacking is useless against those things.
What do you need?
But what I love about this game is that although there is stuff like, you know, that most end game item of all time, it's still possible to like find something that's different than anything else that's ever been found in the world, even though we know the perfect stats. We know it's perfect. You know, it's like, oh boy. It's still possible to find something beyond perfect. Like, because it's, if you found it, you know, it's legit, then it's better than anything else that you'll ever see. It's just, it's like an amazing like find that these numbers would generate. That's really the key to this game. It's not about playing the actual game. It's more about having the numbers choose you to create something amazing. That's cool. It's like the kicking animation for the sorceress. It's like it's reflected off increased attack speed. So you can be the most badass sorceress of all time with all of this faster cast rate, but it don't mean nothing if you're trying to kick something, right? It's kind of cool. He got murked. Why did he get flatlined? Why am I overburdened? Put this right there. Alright. 9 times out of 10 this is garbage, and it's garbage! Not a shock. Not a shock. Whoa. And not a shock. Garbage again. Whoa! Oh god! Oh god! See? I got locked.
Your presence
That
honors me.
stupid faster hit recover. And because my life is so low, such bad resistances, and such low defense, I can't really do anything against that. Because really, that animation, even though I know that you need 86, oh god. Even though I know that you need 86, faster hit recovery in order to like avoid that animation, even if you get clapped, if you get clapped so hard that you still spike into it, you'll still spike into it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you want. You're still gonna do it. You're still gonna go into that animation, which is like this is the whole point of these freaking items, is to have all of that faster hit recovery on top of everything else. It's ludicrous mode speed. Get better. Super Dragon Shield. Ooh, cool. Sacred Globe. This is gonna be 100% garbage. In 3, 2, 1. Garbage! But it's always cool, because it's like, what stats could have spawned? I mean, that's like 8 lines of text right there that could have spawned it. That's pretty cool. You know, I think 8 is about, aside from the 30-20 thing, it's like, that's pretty close to what you can get. So, the numbers show high, but not good in the roll. It's like, the numbers don't prioritize certain things over other things. It gives whatever it gives, and there's the people who created it had a rhyme and a reason to it. Oh god. And we'll never know why. Because we didn't create it, and the people who did are gone. And there's something so temporary about being in existence, like right now. Like right now, it seems like everyone understands what you're talking about and that you probably relate to a whole bunch of things, but what's interesting is that in a few years that's gonna go away. Not because of like, you know, people's minds are gonna change or whatever. It's just that is the nature of living, is that in a few years things just change, and whatever you're feeling right now, you're not gonna feel that in just a little bit of time. It's just gonna feel totally different. There it goes. 79. Better than 69. And I think it's important to document what it is that you're thinking about in the moment. Because it's like, you only get this one chance to do so. And it's garbage, no shock. Get heated, got heater. And when you document, you know, what you feel about, and you explain about why you feel that way, or, you know, what sort of thoughts are going upon your head, it's really interesting because that's only going to occur within this specific time frame because you're eating this specific food, you know. And I'm actually going to get rid of this one, put it all in there. Move this over here. Click that. I gotta get rid of that one too, but not yet. And let's see what my... It increased it by 50 damage, which is kind of cool. Almost done here. What is that? 9 more? 9 more to go. It would be so cool if I had a 2 to sorcerer skills, but... Or 2 to cold. That'd be cool. I don't have that. That's another thing about this game. Oh! Hey. That, like, if you don't have something, that's okay. 'Cause you'll make up for it in other ways. It's just, you're not going to be as good, that's all. What do I got here? Grand Matron Bow. Sweet. Oh, hey-oh. Now, what's coming up? What is coming up? I just got back. Out of state forever. Living on your phone, I thought it was going to be totally easy. It's not. You're always stressed about battery. And battery stress is a whole new phenomenon that we have, as people, have to deal with. Because it's not something that we had forever. You probably had, like, wick stress or something, you know, making sure that your wick is always good handled. But battery stress is interesting because it's like it really makes you prioritize your energy consumption needs. And it really makes you say, you know, do I need to do something? Like, what if I don't have access to a charger for a little bit? It changes everything, I think.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
Throwing knife. Gnome. I'm a gnome. Love that animation sound, all of it. They spent such detail and time in each and every sound. Beautiful. Hit Grin the Grin. Viper, and they have such cool names. Stuff that you just can't have anymore. You know, the Plague Bearer. I feel like that's super judgmental. That's why I love it. Combat skills, increased attack speed, max damage, AR, mana stolen from hit. It's a cool weapon. Whoa! There's so many different variables to think about. And I think as a child, you know, having access to all of these different scenarios where these variables were being thought about that otherwise would never make sense, you know. Like the variable of temperature to, you know, your surrounding environment. So you have to be extra resistant against all of these different types of attacks that could attack you. And there's only 4. That's the thing about this. A lot of simple 4 things that you can type in. 3 possible chains of skills that you could do, each supporting each other. 4 this is a 4 thing synergy. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 all synergize each other. You know, this synergizes other stuff too, but you know, this is a 5 synergy. 5 synergy. 6 synergy. That's crazy. Frost Nova. This is supposed to be good, but it's not. Very interesting how they chose to separate everything like this game. Very, very interesting. So I wanted to go over real quick about some thoughts I've been having recently in my head. With this game, it has
Good day.
every single detail about it is awesome.
Not in town.
Every single animation, every single sound, every single everything that goes on in this game has been done with such precision and such detail that you can really feel the attention that went into this. Every single aspect that was touched about this game is amazing. Even this like dirt, this like well trampled ground right here. It's fascinating because that's how it would look. You know, this rickety tent setup, that's probably a medical tent. This looks like a medical tent. It's got like cots and stuff and protecting you from the weather. Chickens running around, people concerned. You know, the old wise man right there that they killed with a butterfly. The fire pit is legendary. This fire, every good campground should have a fire pit. And this is obviously perfect for him. Look, that was somebody's lifetime of work. Was that little animation doing that? The rain falling slowly. You know, a pile of wood next to the fire pit. Such attention to detail. Old walls that were probably used to defend and to set up against attacks against the enemy. You know, those are like backup walls, and these are the actual walls. So if your perimeter gets breached, you set up an ulterior defense right here. Boom, second line of defense. And once that gets breached, you know, you pretty much just fall to the fire pit and start hamming. Because eventually, if your first line of defense is breached, probably your second one will be too. Because if your first line should obviously be the strongest line.
Good day to you, partner. I'm Geed, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp. A spare weapon, some gold, a small gem is all I want in exchange for the equipment you'll need on whatever quest you might undertake. No, don't be shy. All of my items are guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty.
That's hilarious. Like that animation right there, the voice acting that goes in. How many hours were spent into that voice acting? You know, who knows? Gossip.
Charcy is a fine girl, but she has no business savvy. I know she means well, but the prices she charges for weapons and armor will never earn her a profit.
That's awesome.
As long as I keep filling her mind with stories of adventure, she'll never catch on to the fact that I'm raking in gold hand over fist.
That is crazy. Like, alright, just that right there. That right there is so indicative about the mindset of a vendor. You know? I'm over here making money hand over fist, she'll never know! That is hilarious. And of course it's, hi, I'm Charcy.
Good day.
Good day.
Hi there. I'm Charcy.
She's Charcy. You know? And she makes stuff for the people. Gothic plate of the squid. All of it's garbage, but it's useful. Look at that, level 7. Crazy. +1 to paladin skills that you could buy. That's crazy. 46, that's insane. You know, if you're a paladin, I mean, you would rather have that spirit that I just crafted. But still, that's pretty insane for just gold. You can store so much gold. And it's not even that much gold, 2.5 million. That's what's so hilarious about this game. There's so many different little things that are just a part of a world that has gone by. I think that's a lot of why I stick around with this game, is that this game is like from a different era. It's from a different mindset. Something that can never be recaptured. Something that can never be retold. It can never be re-experienced. Because the world has been shifted so many times over by all of this revolution. Revolution in technology, revolution in mindset, revolution in people. You know, our individual sort of mentalities. It's all shifted. You know, could you make music like this nowadays? Where it's like obviously of a Middle Eastern influence, right? That's obvious to me. It's obvious. Almost no other contemporary styles of music have this sort of backbone to it, of just like a rhythmic drum. The only thing that they don't have is like the super stereotypical like I think it's called the Arabian scale. It doesn't have that. which I love because then it gives it a time limit. Then it's not like, oh yeah, you're definitely here. It's like you have your imagination to imagine where you are, and this game encourages imagination. You know, it encourages the possibilities. It's amazing what they could do, and with a different mindset and mentality, and strive. This game feels like it was being, like the whole thing, the whole way was being led by somebody who really cared and gave a hell about all of this, about every single detail, about why we're doing this. Well, because it just feels better. It's amazing to me. Let's see. Hey there, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Nothing. What a shock. You're telling me that you can play this game and find nothing? What? Why would you even play? It's everything. Like they made this game so good that you can find nothing and still want to do more. The value proposition of this game is ridiculous. This game is the video game version of heroin. It's just so good. But it's so bad. But it's so good. Highland Blade. Ethereal 2-socketed. I don't know if there's any ethereal Highland Blade stuff. But with all of this being said, I gotta say that, you know, rebranding this channel, what does it mean? That means that I'm committed to being more of what I think I am, which is a fan of a lot of different stuff. But I don't have to be super ultra knowledgeable about every single, you know, thing ever. You know, I don't have to be knowing the exact time and place something took place, you know? I don't have to know the exact position of a fly as it farted on the wall in order to understand something and enjoy it like a super fan. You know, I'm just me. I'm just an amateur super fan. I'm just me enjoying what it is that I do. What it is that I do is be a very caring individual about what it is that I do. So no matter what I take place a part in, I'm all about it. Unless, of course, it's no reason to be. Then I won't be. But I love to be all about stuff. I love to have that feeling of, like... I love to have that feeling of camaraderie in being about something. To be about something is totally awesome. Let's see. What a shock. Nothing, and still more nothing. Whoa. A bastard sword. I don't know what that is. See, you can write the word bastard. That's hilarious. There's so much knowledge. So much knowledge. What is this? Lame. We're trying to find something here. Something at all worth noting. But the thing about this game is that more than likely you're gonna find plot and enjoy it. More than likely you're gonna struggle to survive and not find anything worth note and still enjoy it.
I need mana.
Uh-oh. That poison is real. Legendary mallet. Oh god! Damn it! I knew it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 10 seconds to run from where you were to the... Oh, hey there. Uh-oh. Darn it. See that cryptic axe? It should have rolled unique. Come on now. So back to why I changed this name. So I wanted to change this name because it more accurately reflects where the direction is going. More of a super fan. But I'm also not a super fan. How strange is that? Very bizarre. And look at that. You find nothing. What a shock. I'm so shocked that I found nothing. Absolutely flabbergasted. What's this long staff? Lame. Nothing. Such an amazing animation. Oh god. These plague bearers, they bear a plague. That's why they're called plague bearers. They'll infect you. Okay, one more and then we're done.
Where can I take you?
Let's go. Right here, heal up.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing music. That animation, beautiful. Who knows how they decided to do all this? Probably thought of it in someone's head, modified over the amount of technology that it occurred, and improved upon every step. This is an amazing piece of work. I mean, art.
My brothers have escaped you.
There we go. Hey there. You're an all-star. Hey! Uh-oh. Darn it. Alright, so I have to take care of these things. Oh god, this is not good. This is not a smooth run at all. Stupid hydras. Alright, you know what? We're done. We're not gonna end like that though. We're just gonna end that run. That was not the way it's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to go. That's another thing that's so addicting about this game. It's like you can't just let that happen and just let it go. No, you gotta get that back. Always have to get it back. 2-socketed Highland planes. I don't think I need that for anything.
Greetings.
If it was 3, I might be able to use it, but if it's 2, then no need. Alright, so this is the type of map that takes forever to spawn. Stupid door. Oh boy. That resistance.
Hello.
There's just nothing I can do about that. It's so low. There we go, perfect. I'm gonna get blasted with one Hydra for a little bit, but it won't kill me. That's perfect. 10 out of 10 is gonna be garbage. This was an amazing little session that nothing happened once again. Not even a shock. That's the point of this game, is to have nothing happen. Let's see what happens. Blink. Whoa! 5 rares. How cool is that? Ethereal. Garbage. 100% garbage. Unreal garbage. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. +2 to Amazon skills. I think it's kind of cool, although also very garbage. +2 to Amazon skills, though. Huh. Who would have guessed? There you go. Also garbage. Let's see what this pops. Nothing. Sacred Torch. 3 sockets, 34 resistance. Coco Mall Sanctuary. But if it was 45 resistance, I would keep it. 34, unkeepable. And scythe, chesticles, and we're out. Let's see how much we sell this for.
Hail to you, champion.
2 to Amazon skills. Kinda cool. I mean, in terms of rare, it's kinda cool. But obviously, this is better. Anyways, that's been a great little time. I've been enjoying myself. I hope the best for everything. I hope the best for this year. Accomplish your goals. Fix your room. Make your bed. Make yourself proud.